Alice.
And I'm Greg.
And today we're exploring beautiful downtown Toluca.
Where's Toluca, you may ask? Well, Alice will tell you all about Toluca. Toluca is the capital of the state of Mexico.
Toluca is the capital of the state of Mexico. But there's so much to see in just this small square. There are museums, there are really old, beautiful churches, there's a planetarium, there's a beautiful botanical garden, there are people selling things. It's a vibrant place to be, and we'll show you just a little bit of it.
I guess I didn't have anything to say today. Sorry. I have to admit that I'd never really given Toluca much thought. It isn't one of those cities that tourists rave about. There aren't any beaches or major archaeological sites, and it's not a culinary destination.
Toluca is the capital of the state of Mexico. It's located about 40 miles southwest of Mexico City. I played a show here but decided to skip the tour van and stick around for an extra day to explore the city and show you around.
This is the Catedral de San Jose, or simply Catedral de Toluca. The construction of this impressive neoclassical structure began in 1867, but you know how construction projects can take a really long time. This one took just over 100 years to complete. At the bottom we see statues of the apostles and other assorted saints, and at the very top, just above the clock tower, there are 3 sculptures representing the virtues: faith, hope, and charity. Check out that wrought iron gate. Can you spot the flying saucer on the gate? In Mexico, UFOs are called ovnis.
The cathedral wasn't open at the time we were there, but lucky for me, it's right next to an arcade with lots of little shops. There was one in particular that caught my eye. So we stopped at Dulceria Bertita, or La Bertita, to get some candy. These are jamoncillos. They're typical Mexican candy, and they have a wide assortment. I got rompope, which is kind of like, what's rompope like, Greg?
Eggnog.
Oh, it's kind of like an eggnog flavor. I also got a Bailey's one. I got rum with cranberry and a pistachio. So these are sort of unusual flavors, and I'm excited to try them. And my mouth is watering, so forgive me, but I'm going for it.
Okay, I had a bite. I would say it's delicious. I think the thing that makes it really cool is that you can tell it's fresh candy.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how better to describe it, but it just tastes fresh.
They make it here.
It's so good.
They make it every day. It's really delicious. You gotta come. One of the best things about Toluca is its botanical garden and the Cosmovitral. The Cosmovitral is a stained glass mural designed by Leopoldo Flores, which encircles the gardens. This place used to be a marketplace. There's 6 entrances. You can see the original ceilings, but the glass has all been replaced.
The structure itself dates back to 1910. It once housed a market, but as the city grew, the market expanded far beyond the limits of the building, spilling out onto the surrounding streets and crowding the many government buildings. The politicians decided to move the market elsewhere and transform the place into a botanical garden.
Imagination's boundless. It's a wonderful ride. The stained glass mural tells the story of creation. The guide tells me to begin viewing the mural on the eastern side, where the sun rises. We see a couple floating in space. They are at the center of it all, but there is also an umbilical connection between the woman and the sun on the western side of the building, the one we showed you at first.
One side of the mural is about mankind being uplifted, while the other side depicts humanity becoming prisoners of their own fears and insecurities.
I followed a guide who was an expert on the mural. He said the tour was free, but he accepted tips. I thought it was money well spent, as his explanations increased my appreciation of the mural, and he pointed out small details that I didn't notice right away.
But this is a botanical garden, and it's easy to focus so much on the mural that you forget to appreciate the garden. They have plants from all over the world here.
We're walking through the botanical gardens where there's a wide array of plants from all over the world. At the moment, we are in the section with cacti.
Supposedly there are over 750 different varieties or species of plants here, and it looks like it. It's an amazing space.
A short walk from the Jardín Botánico, you'll see the planetarium dome. Inside the dome, the public can watch presentations about space for free. That's right, all you have to do is reserve a ticket in advance online. We'll leave the link in our description below. Or wait until an hour before each performance when tickets are distributed to people who didn't plan ahead, like us.
Actually, we didn't even plan to get there an hour before. We got there late and waited in the standby line in case all the ticket holders didn't show up. And you know what? There were about 10 people who didn't show up. Lucky us. So we did not manage to get our tickets in advance. We will post the website where you can get your tickets for the planetarium. The planetarium is free, so don't worry about cost, but do worry about getting those tickets in advance. If you can get them online, that'd be great. You can just show them on your phone. If not, you can line up an hour before the show and get free tickets. Unfortunately, they run out very quickly. Since we didn't get tickets, we just had to wait in the standby line. But we're very lucky because we got in just in time to take a nap.
Yeah, it was a... Don't go to the planetarium if you're at all sleepy, because you'll probably nod off and start snoring like Alice did.
Oh, that is so not true. But you're reclining and it's dark, and you're just looking at the stars, and all of a sudden you find your eyes closing. But it was really fun, really cool experience.
It's a state-of-the-art planetarium with a theater that's obviously completely surrounding you and immersing you in the sights and sounds of the cosmos. I think it's really cool that the government sponsors these things. It's scientific education for the masses. So
our only warning is be careful what you eat right before you go in here, because they play a dirty little trick on you.
Yeah, with a Mobius strip.
And they make you ride on it.
And they make you ride a Mobius strip through the galaxy, so... Yeah, be prepared for that. If you find yourself in Toluca, make time for the planetarium. It's absolutely worth the admission. Which is free. Right next to the planetarium, you'll find the Iglesia del Carmen, one of the most beautiful neoclassical ex-conventos and churches in Mexico. It dates back to 1698 and is the focus of a procession on July 16th in honor of La Virgen del Carmen. The church courtyard is a great place to enjoy some esquites, churros, or tlacoyos while you wait for the planetarium show to start.
And right next to the church is a former convent that has been converted to Bellas Artes, or the Museum of Fine Arts. It's considered one of the best preserved convents in Mexico.
Tucked away between the arches of the Portales shopping area is a little store with specialty food and drinks. La Miniatura sells goat milk cajeta, black garlic jam, moscos, orange liqueur, and many other regional delicacies. If the senora behind the counter starts talking to you, be prepared to leave with much more than you planned to when you first came into the store. She's charming. She gives out free samples, and she's a wonderful salesperson.
Templo de la Santa Veracruz, considered by many to be the most beautiful church in Toluca. This Baroque-style iglesia dates back to 1753 and houses a miraculous statue of El Cristo Negro.
Toluca has a strong sporting history. We are not particularly athletic, but if you enjoy sports, there's plenty for you to do. Whether attending a soccer game at the Deportivo de Toluca Stadium, or hiking the Nevado de Toluca, a dormant volcano. The Nevado de Toluca is the fourth highest peak in Mexico, right after Pico de Orizaba.
We really enjoyed our visit to Toluca and plan to come back because we didn't have enough time to get to everything we wanted to do.
We hope you enjoyed getting to know Toluca with us. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. It really helps us a lot.
And if you haven't subscribed, please do it. Hit that notification bell and come share this adventure with us.